Welcome to Soy Sauce and Grits.
our community of everything Blasian and beyond. My name is Rose Geddes. I'm the creator, executive producer, and co-host of Soy Sauce and Grits.
My name is Kumi Ide. I'm executive producer and co-host of Soy Sauce and Grits.
Mhm. Tonight, we decided to do something different. We got out of the studio and we're back here in what we call the backyard lounge. And
Funny thing happened today. Well, let me just share my bad habit.
which is cigars. And Kumi and I work together, so we split up, our tasks and everything, which is great because it's like there's two of me now, and which is great. So anyway, I owed, my cigar guy some money, and I was like, oh, okay, here, drop this off, go drop it off at Maurice's, and so she did. But I knew that would be funny because when I go in there, they're used to me now. But at first, everything just stops and it's all guys.
Right.
And and me, I'm just me. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? To go and what you got for me, Maurice? And so I said, well, Akumi's gonna come and bring you, what I owe you. He said, oh, okay, no problem. So I just set it up and left it alone. I just wanted to hear the story when you came back. So what happened, Kumi? Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I saw the whole inside of it, and then I was like, this is the cigar place, but I was like, all these men just chilling.
How many men were in there?
About 5 on the left hand side, and then about 2. I think it's more than 5 though, if I recall. Maybe like 8 of them on the left hand side.
Because it is Saturday night.
Right. And then so I would assume like, oh, they have like, music going or anything. They have no music
it's
on.
It's a cigar lounge.
Oh, so they don't. I mean, if it's a black cigar lounge, they would have played
let me tell you,
jazz music.
No. In Atlanta.
Yeah.
I walked in to get some cigars. I opened the door and I was taken aback. It was huge. It was a nightclub. They had music videos going on. It was a nightclub where the girls had the short dresses on and they're coming in and you have your cocktails and smoke your cigars. Woman running the cigar place, she's got her short little beautiful short dress on and she's just, I'm like, dang, this it's a nightclub.
Yeah.
So, but this one, out here.
It's a bunch of
men.
To me, they all kind of look like a mafia or something. Like
they were not mafia.
No, they're not. But like and the way they looked at me and the unwelcome. Vibe
they're not
I
used
felt.
To women coming in. This is a man's clubhouse.
Right. So they, as soon as I walked in, they all looked at me like, without no smile or anything, right? And then I said, where's Maurice? Right? And then they all like raised their like, I'm Maurice. And I was like, that's okay. Well,
you gotta remember, I mean, an Asian beautiful woman walking in saying, where's Maurice? Everybody's like, I'm Maurice. That was funny. And so
and they come up with I'm Maurice.
Right.
And
so Maurice, who was really a cool guy.
Yeah.
Elegant.
Yeah.
And so he's standing and he's probably like, guys, I'm Maurice. Because he was expecting Kumi. But I didn't say anything. I just said, Kumi's coming by. She's bringing the money. He was like, okay, thank you. So, of course, when you left, because it's just all cigar smoke.
Yeah.
So you smell like it.
I was like,
now, when I have my fro,
yeah,
I'll call him. I'm like, Maurice, meet me outside. Because I don't want to walk in and my fro just absorbed all of this smoke.
Yeah,
I
was
like, you don't want me to come in there with my black girl bonnet on. I just came to get my cigars.
That would be funny though, right? Yeah, I should just stay here, go in there with your bonnet on.
I don't go outside with my bonnet. Thank you.
Well, you're not ghetto.
No.
Huh?
Well, watch your mouth now.
I'm sorry.
So
My
Okay.
daughter does.
No. She goes outside with the bonnet on?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Cut it out now.
Oh, okay.
Okay? No, we don't do that.
Oh,
But now you know.
all right.
Oh, okay. Here's something else we were dealing with today.
Who, you?
Well, you too.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, me, but you too.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have skunks living under the house.
I thought you guys had a good weed, though.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
like, oh, yeah, like,
Yeah, like
good
skunk.
one.
That's what they used to call
Skunk,
weed, the skunk,
yeah.
right?
The
Well,
$20 sack one.
So last night they were like, oh my God, they were knocking. So they're nocturnal. I'll tell you that in a minute. They were knocking, and then the smell was coming through the vents.
Ooh.
Man, I had the air filters on, and I had the incense, and I tried to tape it into the vent, like it stuck into the vent. I didn't want to catch the house on fire.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Did you open your window? Did you guys open the window?
No, I didn't.
That's what you needed to do too.
No. That's
Screen. You got the
I
screen.
didn't
in.
think about that.
That's what's necessary, I think.
Yeah, but I had the filter on and all of that. But anyway, that being said, so Comey's calling today to set up an appointment. The woman calls back, and they kept missing each other. So I called her and ended up talking. Oh my God, I thought it was so fascinating because I think skunks are really cute.
Yeah,
They
they're
just stink,
Yeah.
like you may see it pass by. Don't move
I
quickly,
know. Yeah, they make
know?
noise now. Like I hear something.
right? But what she said was, in the valley, we have all these different animals. But what she said was skunks, they sleep during the day, and at night is when they go out and get food, and then they come back before the sun comes
Oh.
up. So remember we were talking about trying to go in there and see if they were in there, or
Mhm.
to barricade so they
Mhm.
can't get in. We would have barricaded them in because
Oh,
they sleep
okay,
during
yeah.
the day and they're out at night.
So we just
No, they're coming on Wednesday.
okay.
But until Wednesday, incense at night, and it's just the trip. But the thing she was telling me about skunks, I know this whole skunk thing that I really was like, wow. They have a sweet tooth, so they like jelly. They bait them with jelly, peanut butter, or cat or dog food, because that's what they live on. They'll go out,
Oh.
they go to people's houses and
Uh-huh.
eat their cat and dog food that they leave
okay.
out, and they eat rats. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were carnivores. And I said, great. Well, maybe that's why I'm not seeing any rats, because when you live in the valley, you have all these things. I said, I'm not seeing rats because I have skunks. Oh, wow. Which one do I want
How
more?
long did you have them though?
What?
Skunks.
Well, I started noticing them 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. That's it?
Yeah. But now this is like nesting time. Raccoons are nesting, skunks are nesting. So yeah, that was interesting. But
In Japan, we know about skunks.
you
But
don't have skunks?
like I grew up in Tokyo, so like
Oh, yeah.
we have to go to the zoo to look at skunks.
Right.
And
They keep skunks in the zoo?
yeah, I think so. One of the zoos. But like the spraying part of it, I would never thought that I would be able to smell it because we have no idea. They say, "Oh yeah, they fart," they fart. So I thought it was a farting smell, but it's totally different.
It's totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something. And there's a community, well, not a community. There are people that have skunks for pets, and I could dig it because I think they're adorable. What they do is they degland them, and they keep them because just like a ferret, because I had 2 ferrets.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Oh, I love ferrets, but they have that skunk.
Oh, the
scent,
gland.
the
gland.
So
they
to protect themselves. So with ferrets, they degland them.
Oh.
And you can have them as pets. They're fun pets. And the skunk is the same. And they're so cute. I mean, I know. Okay, so enough about that because apparently I'm the only one that feels this way.
I mean, just thinking about they are living under
Under the
your
house.
house,
Yeah, I know.
then I feel like they owe you some rent money.
You know,
They
well,
pay
maybe
you.
they're killing rats and that's their rent.
Oh,
They're killing rats. and
okay, so what you gonna do when they're gone?
I know. Then I
Do you
have a
think they
rat
have-
problem.
Yeah,
That's what
because
happens. We are in
rat
their
can get into your house.
yeah,
They're
right. But
small
what the
enough.
skunk people are going to do is they're going to go under and they're going to catch them, you know.
How much is
And-
it? How much are they going to charge?
That's the Japanese
I
side
want
of
to
you.
know.
Oh my God.
I need to know.
Between you and my mom, we know we wait for that question. Like,
Yeah.
how much?
Oh, everybody's curious too, I'm sure. How much?
Well, if they leave the cages, it's $250, but $100 per
Okay.
per capture.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you want a live capture where they go in and I guess chase, what they try to do is go in when they're asleep and get them. I think it's just fascinating. I'm going to record it when they come. I am. I'm tripping. And so, stop. And so I'm here.
Okay, I just saw the lights go.
There are people that live.
No,
over there.
it was the light, like some type of like.
Can I get back to my skunk
Yeah,
story?
yeah.
Okay, so or it's the live capture where they go in and they capture them. So they do that when they're asleep.
They won't use a tranquilizer or anything, so they won't move.
No.
They won't
I
wake
guess
up?
they are. I didn't ask that question, but I'll ask all these questions. Like I'm just dying to know. So they take them, and what I like about this company, they take them. They don't euthanize them. They relocate them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which means they take them far out where there's like a lake and food, and I'm like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're gonna miss you. They're gonna miss your house though.
Yeah, they're
Like,
gonna
where's
miss
my house?
Yeah,
I miss my house.
I know. I'm sorry, but
I miss Rose and Ernest.
It's just the smell. I would mind. You can't just have stuff living under your house.
Yeah.
So what do we talk about? You want to try to interview me since we've talked about the stuff that's non-Blasian? I guess we can go back to Blasian. Unless is there something you want to talk about?
No.
You want to talk about anything?
We can talk about you all day, but how we were, like going at it.
Can I say one other thing? Like, she's like when I say mini me's, no disrespect, it's because she's younger. I'm the older sister, she's the younger sister, and I've never met anyone that thinks like me, that acts like me, except for like, we can also be the odd couple. Because where I'm like Auntie Mame and, like the artist, well, she's an artist too, but Kumi is very regimented. And I'm like, yeah, we'll get to it. We'll do this. Well,
I don't like that shit.
okay, well, it is what it is.
If we said we'll get to it, we're going to do it.
But that's it. Then you kick it off. But if I'm 15 minutes because I'm painting a house, then it is what it is. Don't stress. Just be like, okay.
Look, I got my watch right here.
I know. That's
Japanese. Yes.
That's the
And
Japanese
I am
side.
Japanese, and I'm proud.
Yeah, I'm not saying you. We've been at it. So what happened? Okay. Kumi is a minimalist.
Yeah, I don't keep
And
shit.
I'm a survivalist, which means I think about what it takes to survive. Like, as an example, that's a target. Okay, fine.
But you ever
food.
practice on it?
Food. Yeah, I do. Food, I stock up on food, paper towels, gloves, alcohol. This was way before the pandemic. She had one cotton ball. So it's good. We go through, what I don't need and all
Yeah,
of that.
because okay, if you can,
I don't want this to be a session where we're talking about each other, Kumi, because
we don't need to, but look, I'm telling you, like, this is how I think.
Okay.
I can't survive without toilet paper.
Yeah, I can too.
You know what I mean?
That's the
Like,
Japanese. Well, we could do that.
yeah.
You could do a.
We got the
You could do
paper.
actually the way I was raised.
We can wash it.
Yeah, it's like the portable bidet where you have your bowl
Yeah.
and water and
bowl.
you rinse. I mean, that's my mom.
Yeah.
That's how we were raised.
And
you
then
know?
now we got the toilet where, you know, you want one button push and then, you know, they wash your butt.
That's true. I don't have that. Do you? I want one of those.
You
a
can,
bidet.
yeah.
But I don't want the cheap one where it's cold water blowing up your butt. I don't want that. I want the one where it's like warm and yes.
Yeah. They'll come in and hook it up for you.
Warm and whee, like Linnell said.
What?
Oh, Linnell, when we picked her up, Linnell is a comedian friend of ours. As a matter of fact,
She went to Japan?
She went to Japan.
Oh, okay.
And this is the adult version. She was like, "Woo, I don't know, but I know there's women over there got some clean little." I was like, "What's this button? Woo! What's this button? Woo!"
Yeah, they actually wash. They have different areas that you want to wash, and then, you know, they'll just
and it's really better for the environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's better for your hygiene because you're constantly washing. So I know, getting back to it, you'll be able to live without toilet paper. Me too. I don't know if anybody else can, but me too.
Well, you guys got a lot of leaves.
Well, you know what? Back in the day,
mm-hmm.
they would say if you don't have toilet paper, like in the hood or
mm-hmm.
the ghetto, or just poor, you know, you take a Sears catalog, and you know, and you do like this. You do the paper, you know.
Yeah.
If you're camping, leaves.
Yeah. So you know. We just like to be luxury with the toilet paper.
Yeah, I agree.
There might be a day where, you know, you might have to pay $100 per roll. One day, you never know.
That's why I keep it, so I could be the one selling it.
Good luck.
Oh, there'll be a market. No.
In 10,000 years, probably. Yeah.
So anyway, Oakland is in the house. You're supposed to have a sweatshirt that says Inglewood.
Oh, yeah.
Since you were raised in Inglewood. Yeah, in Tokyo. Inglewood. That would be great.
Yeah, there's a Compton shop, actually, that says Compton. And then they made it a nice Compton shop.
Mm-hmm. You could have a T-shirt that says Tokyo/Inglewood.
Yeah.
On the bottom.
I'll make it.
Make it.
Yeah.
Maybe Tokyo Wood.
No. Tokyo to Inglewood.
Inglewood and Tokyo. Inkyo.
It sounds like Korean city.
Oh, okay. So which we always have funny stories.
Yeah.
What's that about?
What?
Yeah. What are you not happy with?
I'm just cold.
Oh, cut the heat on.
But I want to drink, but I'm cold.
But drink so that you won't be cold.
Oh, okay. It's cold. This is a cold drink.
It's cold drink. You want me to cut the heat on for you? Why?
No need. Save the gas.
Don't save it. That's what it's for. That's why I got it.
I know, it's okay. It's not that cold for me to just turn on this thing and burn up my head. It's okay.
You have a point there. Okay, let's go back to recording because we're going to talk about that.
About what?
Us arguing about cutting the heat on. Did you cut your mics off or no?
It's off.
We're going to resume.
Resume?
Mm-hmm. But cut the lamp on when you get cold.
It's okay, no.
You gonna freeze?
I want to save the gas, okay?
Why? So we don't have to go back and.
I'm a minimalist. So no gas, no use gas. So I don't have to burn up my head either.
Yeah, because it does get hot.
Yeah, you know, just here, not here.
Hey, listen, consider it a perm.
Look, you know what? My hair is already messed up. No.
Oh. Okay, so what else can we talk about that was funny? Or is there anything you wanted to ask me? Or we could talk about the funny situations that we've been in together.
Did we do any bad stuff together? No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't. That was after. That was before.
No, that's before.
Yeah, before the youthful age,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, it's
How long is it gonna take to just finish up your cigar?
I don't know. Sometimes it depends on who I'm talking to.
Oh, if it's not like a
Like you
fun.
probably make me smoke this cigar all night because you'll keep interrupting me and I
Oh,
have
because
to
you're
argue
talking.
with you.
Oh, so you don't have a chance to put it in your mouth like
Yeah.
that.
But don't start talking about me, Kumi. Don't start. What I am finding is we're going to have a segment also where we're competing against each other because she's very competitive and
No,
I'm like,
I'm not.
yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm just,
Well, not no,
suggesting
you're
stuff.
not very competitive. I take that back.
I'm not.
You're not.
Because I cannot beat you on anything,
Well,
you know?
wait, no. What it is you're not competitive. You just argumentative.
That's why I don't have a husband.
Hey, look, husbands are not objects. They're not, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You don't want a husband. You want a mate. You want a partner.
I don't have a mate either.
Right. You want a partner. You don't want to, so yeah. Hmm.
I mean,
If having a husband didn't slip up on me, I wouldn't have one. I never thought I would have one. I never wanted one. But that's because he's the perfect person for me.
okay,
So that's what I'm saying. You meet the perfect person for you. You will meet them.
Yeah.
Because a husband is not like an Oscar.
Huh?
It's not like an award or anything.
No.
Because they eat and they require time and attention.
Yeah, but if they bring
It's
what you need to the table.
No, absolutely. But what it is to love someone enough that you care about their comfort. Like you care about them. It's not just the duty. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I want you to be okay.
Yeah.
However, don't get me wrong. You can love what you do, but there's some days you're like, I don't feel like this.
But at the end of the day,
at the end of the day,
you're married, right? So you plan on being together forever, and ultimately, would you be able to change his diaper?
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, you're
I'm down.
But for a lot of people,
they don't.
It's very hard.
No, that's just like with Okasan. If Okasan, remember she fell, she couldn't remember for that whole month she was bedridden, and she had to, I had to change her. You changed her, I changed her,
Yeah.
And so I experienced something that brought me like tears to my eyes. I experienced the realization that I am very happy after I change her. Because once I change her, it brings joy to my heart to know that she's clean and she's good. Now, that may sound weird to a lot of people, but that literally brought me joy.
Yeah.
When she was
in that state. She's clean.
I know that she's clean.
And
that above all had the most value. Had the most value because
because not so many people will be able to do that either for their parents.
That's sad because I can't say it's an American thing because growing up, I think it's more of an advancement or economical thing. Growing up, Black people also, because I was raised, in the Black community. I'm going to stop saying the hood until when I'm talking about hood stuff. But in the Black community, there was always an uncle in the back room. You know, the Black community took care of their elders. The Asian community take care of their elders.
Yeah.
You know, I think with the advancement of you now have home places where I don't know. I don't know if there's places now if you make more money you can put your parents, or if it's too much work, you know, or you feel that I don't have time for it. I don't know. But there's times and instances like Noriko, I had to put her in a home because, you know, it was just a lot going on. But
Yeah.
I was there every day and, you know, I was on top of it. But yeah, but anyway.
Noriko was in somewhere on Oxnard.
Yeah, yes. Remember
I
on
did go.
Wyandotte?
Yeah.
On Wyandotte. Oh, you did, huh? On Wyandotte, the house on Wyandotte.
Yeah.
Noriko lived with me.
With the big pool, right?
Right, right.
So.
And then that was a previous relationship. And so at the same time, he had a heart attack. Noriko, it was like a lot to take care of. And I.
Is that before I met you? Because
Same time.
I remember, I mean, maybe you told me Noriko was here.
Okay, I think it was right after Noriko passed, maybe?
When we drove by or something.
Yes.
It was a hospital.
Because you've never met Noriko. You would
Right.
remember if you met Noriko.
Yeah.
She was funny. She was funny. Noriko was my adopted aunt, you know, like here's something, being Blasian, my mother was, basically, she was disowned. So she married my father, came here, and his parents were from the South, or his family, his mom had passed. So basically, not only were we a mixed family, you know, in the Black community, you know, to me, I thought it was middle class, but we aren't in apartments, we were in houses, even though we rented them, you know, but we had houses and we had land. So what was I going with that? Having
a mixed family.
A mixed family. So not only were we different, but we were disconnected from our exterior families. We had no connection to my father's family.
Why's that?
Well, I think he went away and joined the military. He lied about his age because he was from Youngstown, Ohio, you know, lower income. And the only opportunities, Youngstown, Ohio, the only opportunities was the military for a lot of Black men.
Yeah.
So he lied about his age. I think he was 15 or 16. And you have to be, what, 18 to join the military?
Yeah, sure.
And so he married my mother. And just as though my mother was disowned, when my father died, I was going through his things and I found a letter and it was from his mother. And she was like, you know, don't bring this Jap to our, you know, how could you marry? And I was like, oh, so it was on both sides. But she was 6'6", chewing tobacco.
Mom?
His mom.
Oh,
yeah. And that's another thing about being Blasian and disconnected. You don't know the history of either side of the family.
Yeah.
So the only connection we had was his first cousin who lives in New York. Aunt Molly. Oh my God.
And she's still around?
No, Aunt Molly just recently passed with COVID. Her story is a hell of a story. Aunt Molly was the first African-American woman undercover detective in her precinct in New York.
Wow.
She went undercover and she worked with Serpico. Serpico was an undercover cop that there's a movie called Serpico where Al Pacino plays him.
Oh, okay.
And Aunt Molly was just tough as nails, you know, and so she had children, but that was my only connection to my father.
So you have cousins there?
I have cousins there.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I do have that set of cousins.
Yeah.
But other than that, the grandmother that I know was a Creole woman that my dad met on a fish pond. And her name was Alberta Anderson. And she was a great grandmother. She was, when I say a great grandmother, I don't mean great, like old. I mean, she was a really good grandmother.
Aww.
So what happens is you get surrogate people, you know, That's what I love about the Black community is you will have that aunt, you will have that grandmother, even though, and you could talk about that too, even though you don't share any blood.
Yeah, once they accept you, then
That's it. You're
one
good.
of
I'm gonna
them.
turn the heat on.
You are?
Yeah, because you're cold, and I got a little cold too. But I'm not doing it just because I got cold. But I figure that's a good enough reason you can't argue about it.
You're gonna burn up my head.
Well, let's see.
I know. What if I become like a Michael Jackson in a Pepsi commercial?
You won't be like Michael Jackson in the Pepsi commercial. I guarantee it. I'll put it out. So, yeah. Did I finish that story? I think.
Yeah, like mixed family, and then
that having
so
the connection.
yeah, like even though you're not blooded, but you get once you get accepted, then you'll always be the family.
Well, that's the thing, because in the Black community, and I don't even want, it's not just the Black community. It's like with Esteban, after we got to know each other.
And that's funny how you guys met too.
Wow, that is funny how we met. Esteban, should I tell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we talk about it? We have a team that makes soy sauce and grits. And that team consists of, right now, 4 people. And we're good. We're good. On this team is my sister, which is another, like blended family situation. And sister was a project manager for AT&T for many years. I won't really tell how many years. And, and she has joined, she's recently retired, but what she brings to Soy Sauce and Grits is she makes us professional. She keeps us on a timeline,
Oh yeah.
And
without her, we'll probably
without her,
all over the place.
We would be all over the place, because if you guys were depending on me, you would be all over the place. But then you would help, but you couldn't do what she does.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be able to.
And so what happened was, I was doing phone banking for Joe Biden, I think.
Yeah. No,
Right?
no, Sanders. No, it was Joe Biden.
It was Joe Biden. It was the presidential. So I'm doing phone banking, and I called, and I get this guy on the phone, and I was just explaining, and he was like, well, let me just see. I was like, okay, because of this, and this. He was like, well, if I'm in the country, then yes, I'll vote for him. I was like, in the country? Well, where are you going? Because I'm just nosy like that. And so he said, the Philippines. And I was like, really? Next question. Well, what do you do? Are you like, like, where are you going? Are you military? Is it medical? And he says, well, actually, it does have to do with the medical industry. And I think it was during COVID. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was during the COVID.
It was during COVID, because I was doing it in the backyard of my dear friend Heavenly's backyard. We were phone banking.
Oh, you guys were doing that together?
We were doing it together. She was in the house. I was in the backyard. That's my little dog. That's my little dog.
So
Heavenly is great.
She's so cute.
She is. Heavenly is Scott Wilson's other half. And Scott Wilson is the salt of the earth when it comes to this business of acting. He was in the heat of the night. Most people know him, and his fame blew up with The Walking Dead. He played Herschel in The Walking Dead. That being said, there's so much to tell. So the guy says he's going to the Philippines, and I'm thinking, okay, I just want to know, what are you going? Is it medical, or It's like, well, actually, yes, because I sell COVID tests. I'm, working on a project of a program that sells COVID tests that are made in Korea. Really? Do tell. We need to talk later. So we ended up talking, and I got fascinated. I'm like, oh my God, in this business, because, in film and television, it's like, we need good tests, because everybody was afraid of COVID. Yeah. So he and I were talking, and we set up this big program, and it didn't really It's like, Rose, what do you want to do? You want to sell COVID test or set up a lab, or do you want to make television and film? So it's like, okay, that's the route. So with that, but he and I stayed in close contact. So it all started with a Bernie Sanders joke. You know when that Bernie Sanders
hit the mitten and
yeah, the mitten, and everybody had him everywhere. So he put it in a juice scene. I mean, a juice still photograph. I was like, wow, you did this? He was like, yeah, I could do all of that. Come to find out, he's a technical genius. And so now he's on our team, helping us in a lot of different ways on soy sauce and grits, and other projects. But he's part of our team of soy sauce and grits. So there's Miriam, and there's Esteban, and there's me and Kumi, and you know, we're good. So
we get along.
Yeah, but this is the whole thing. If you have any idea that, just do it. Like, you know, just do it. Just persevere and do it, because it's possible. If anything, COVID taught us there is no box anymore. Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, people start business, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, with the camera and the phone.
The camera and the phone.
Yeah.
A lot of selling candles, you know, yoga online. Another thing is the street vendors. There used to be just a few. Now, man, you know, Mexican people, they got it on lock, and I love it. Everybody, if you want to sell something, it's not just Mexicans selling food. It's they're selling Mediterranean food. You know, you go to the hood, brothers are selling things, not the hood, but the Black community. I'm going to stop saying that. But the hood is a term of endearment.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah. Don't you miss good soul food?
Oh,
Living out here?
You know what? I do, but I don't need to eat it every day, so I know where I can get it. And that's the thing.
They have soul food restaurants, right?
But if you taste some bad soul food, you go, you know what? I need to cook. And it takes a lot for me to say, I need to cook.
I cook.
Yes, Kumi cooks.
Yeah, I like to cook. Have you tried? Have you? Yeah, I'll be cutting small and like, yeah, you should try my Jiffy. Just kidding. No, no, you should try my cornbread with the jalapeno.
Ooh,
and then I put a
good.
little bit of Velveeta cheese, but it's good though.
Ooh.
I mean, we don't.
You know that's not real cheese,
it's processed,
right?
but the taste of it is just, you know, that we grew up on.
I know.
Yeah, but I'll try to, you know,
make your own Velveeta cheese.
Oh God, I don't even know. Do I have to go to this farm and get the milk?
No, I'm not saying all that. But
yeah,
that's good. There's probably Velveeta cheese, and when you, I mean, I know when I go out and eat at restaurants that no, it's not organic. You know, so that one time is okay. It's not going to kill you or anything.
It's not, because look at Okasan. Okasan, it's what, she didn't grow up on organic food, right?
No, but food was better. You know, we didn't have. Well, so you got to understand. Well, additives now, preservatives now are very heavily, and then we are under triple assault from the environment.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the air is not the same, the water is not the same.
Yeah.
So,
because you know, in Japan we cremate, right? So like it takes longer to burn the body
because of the preservatives.
Yeah.
You know, it's also when bodies in the ground, they're lasting longer because of the preservatives in the food.
That's what I heard. What do you mean, the casket?
Yes.
So
they don't turn to ashes and ashes just to dust. It's like, oh, Uncle Albert, you're still here. That's it. They look just the way, you know, even mummies were better, I think, more environmentally good. Because even though the mummies were preserved, you don't see a person with skin on in the mummy tombs. No. You see a mummy with a face? No.
Wait.
like king tut or whatever mummies they discovered. It's
Yeah.
bone and everything has, even though it's preserved, there's no chemicals. They don't look like you or me, even though people when they're dead, they don't look like themselves because the spirit has gone out of the body anyway.
Yeah, the
That's one
spirited
thing,
away.
that was the first thing that taught me. It's like when I was little, and I saw my dad in the casket because my father passed away, I was like 12 or 13. And I remember seeing him in the casket and I'm like, that's not him. Because
Oh,
people don't
really?
look the same.
Oh,
when they're
did he have
dead.
makeup on?
No, it's just he's dead. He's embalmed.
Yeah. You do?
He's buried up north.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oakland?
When I Hayward, which is right next to Oakland.
Okay.
When I get the time, because I'm split from going to Sacramento visiting grandbabies, I barely even get to Oakland, which I love, that no, I haven't in a while.
Well, it's good to visit, but at the same time, remembering
more
about
important.
him is more important.
I remember I took my son, Lauren. He was about 4 or 5. So we all went to the gravesite and he goes, Mom, is this heaven? And I said, no, baby, this is not heaven. He was like, ooh, because I was wondering, where does my grandfather park his car? Where does he park his car?
That's cute.
But yeah, and they're not there. Really, I like cremation. It's like, just be in my living room, why don't you?
Yeah, or
what did they do with the ashes in Japan?
We have like a grave where like family can go in. It's like a little
like a mausoleum.
Stone. No, oh well, there are no like a stone. I have
Are you
one.
on fire? You okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
My stone says Ide family or something like that.
You have a family crypt.
Yeah, so we everybody go in there like a little pot.
Now let me ask you something about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you where I learned this. Okay, in Japan, you have what is it? Describe it. Describe what it is and what contains.
Let me see if I have
I don't want to see a picture.
Oh, you don't want to see?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Just describe it.
Describe it?
Yeah, like what is it? Is it like a little area where you put
stone,
the jars in?
Yeah, like it's the stone.
The urns, not jars. That's a bad name.
Okay, so yeah. It's like a little, you buy the box, area, right?
The area.
It's like a property.
It is property.
You have to kind of buy the stone and they, emboss your, family name. And then it's like they have to open it. And then you can just put, I don't know how many people, maybe like 10, 12.
Okay, right? 10 or 12. Let me tell you how America does it.